As Michelle Young continued to fall for Nayte Olukoya on the November 16th episode of The Bachelorette, she eliminated someone who was getting in the way of their relationship. Sutton continued to bring the drama on the November 16th episode of The Bachelorette. After calling out Nayte Olukoya for thinking he had it in the bag with Michelle last week, Chris was disappointed to see Michelle Young give Nayte a one-on-one this week. Meanwhile, Chris was stuck on the group date, and didn't get any one-on-one time with Michelle like he wanted. Needless to say, he was upset that she didn't pull him aside to talk at any point, especially since he felt he was doing her a major favor with his claims about Nayte last week. "I'm a fun goofy guy, and I'm playful, and I wasn't that today. You're not going to check in on me at all?" Chris ranted in a confessional. "She didn't say thank you to me for coming out and doing what I did last week and for the things I told her. And she speaks with every single person but me? That is so crazy to me. I still have a lot to say to her." Meanwhile, things went great for Michelle and Nayte on their one-on-one. Chris was pissed off at how things were going down, so he took it upon himself to interrupt Michelle and Nayte during their dinner date. "I think Michelle could be making a huge mistake," Chris said. "With Nayte, she's completely looking past what she knows to be true, and maybe that's why she's been hurt in the past. I want the best for her. I was looking out for her. She deserves better." Michelle and Nayte were shocked when Chris showed up, but he insisted that he needed to talk to Michelle and that it was important. She reluctantly agreed. Chris told Michelle that he felt played by how Michelle reacted to the information he brought her last week. He felt like what he told her had fallen on deaf ears and admitted that he still felt like she was making the wrong decision by choosing Nayte. However, Michelle explained to Chris that what really upset her wasn't his comments about Nayte. Rather, it was Chris's decision to try and stand up for Michelle in front of all the men at the previous cocktail party. "I was kind of caught off guard with how you approached the situation when you spoke at the cocktail party," she admitted. "You did speak for me, but when you spoke about it to everybody openly, that's where I was struggling or frustrated." Michelle called Chris out for coming to this week's group date with a bad attitude, and explained why she was so frustrated about the way he spoke for her at the cocktail party. "I can speak for myself, and I want a man who is going to support me when I speak and not a man who's going to speak for me," Michelle explained. As a female of color, there's a lot of situations where people speak for me and my voice isn't heard. I'm empowered when I can speak for myself. I also have to be confident in myself to make decisions for myself. Ultimately, I do feel like we're not on the same page. I just don't see this relationship progressing, and so I do think I'm going to walk you out." Michelle eliminated Chris and he went home. Meanwhile, Michelle gave Nayte the rose on the one-on-one date, and she admitted that she could see him being her person one day.